Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back with another episode of Hearthstone. We are working our way up to the Black Rock Mountain adventure, which is coming pretty soon. And because of that, it has given me indication it will be 700 gold per wing. So 5 wings, 700 gold, 3,500 gold is the minimal I should have. It might be cheaper if I can buy in bulk, but it's what I'm shooting for. So I have done some curating here on these quests in the opposite direction. Normally I curate for just the 40 quests so that we can have 3 episodes, 5 games each, and that'll be the recording session. But now I'm gonna really push myself. I'm getting rid of the low gold quests in hopes of high game quests. Okay, so what we have here is some overlay. Warrior and Warrior 5 wins, and then Shaman and Warlock, no overlay there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to play all Warrior today for this 5 games and probably not get 5 wins. We're gonna probably play all Warrior. We'll spice it up. The next episode after that we'll do Shaman and Warlock and probably not get 5 wins. And then the next episode all Warrior again and hopefully get 5 wins at that point. And then we're gonna go into overtime of a sorts. I may stop recording this every 3 days while we are doing this. I may come back and play some more tomorrow in my time. I may do all kinds of things just to try and get as much gold as possible, as efficiently as possible. So we may get 3, we may get 4, we may get 5, we may get 6 episodes out of today's recording session, which is great news for me because that puts me ahead on, even further ahead on Hearthstone episodes, which are the episodes that I'm most behind. We're not gonna do an arena run because arena runs cost money, and I'm just gonna save it for the Black Rock adventure, just in case there is like a, I don't know, a new deck that comes out with the adventure. That would be pretty cool. And we get that new deck for playing the arena run. Now the only thing that would cause me to do an arena run is if there was another weekend, like a preview weekend where you got a free play of the arena, or if you only played as Black Rock Mountain cards in the arena, which is what they did when they kicked off Goblins vs. Gnomes. But Goblins vs. Gnomes is just an expansion with a new deck, and Black Rock Mountain is going to be an adventure. And I'm very surprised that they're doing an adventure. I'm still kind of thinking this might be a April Fool's joke. I'm kind of thinking it might still be an April Fool's joke. I don't, because they said it was going to come out like April 1st. And there we go.
Wanna blow something up?
Today will possibly be a very busy day on Hearthstone because they just finished doing some maintenance, so a lot of people that wanted to play, including me, were not allowed online. So it is very possible that this will be a long, we'll run into some better players, and maybe have some network trouble. Maybe we'll run into some bad players. I don't know. I don't know if network maintenance brings more good players or more bad players or just more players in general. I think if there's just more players in general, that would mean a better match would be made for me, as opposed to sometimes I feel like I get not very good matches.
Job done.
Tazdingo!
Oh man, I should have played this guy. I thought about playing Unstable Ghoul, but I then decided the wrong one. So what's going on there? Well,
Something needs tinkering?
it will be already apparent, or it should be already apparent at this point, that a lot has changed with my channel by the time this comes out. I'm doing some major work. I'm getting a little bit of help from a fan as far as new artwork, and doing a second how would you call it? Doing a second series, as it were, of this. What am I trying to say? Yeah, series 1 of my channel should be over by now. FTL, The Binding of Isaac, and the first 100 episodes of Hearthstone, plus every other game I've released before I hit that point, are all getting wrapped up as series 1. We're gonna do a series 2. We should have already done a series 2 reboot with a new intro, with new logos, new graphics. All the videos should have a new outro at the end, unless I decided not to do that for some reason. I haven't done it yet in my time, but I probably have done it by the time you see this, which means there will be. I'll try to keep it quick. I've thought about that. Yeah, I've thought different ways on this. I could do an outro with music, which YouTube allows me to use and still monetize on, and I could go the whole length of a 2.5, 3.5, 4-minute song and just have 4 minutes added to all my videos of people if they really want to listen to the song. But I don't think that would be the wisest thing to do. I think that would just cause people to skip to the end or just close the window, when often on a playlist there's such things you want people to go to the next video and watch the next one. So I'm thinking I'll keep it under a minute at least, and just fade the music out. But having an outro that will link to all the other videos for series 2, have a subscribe button, have annotations. I'm getting back into annotations. I found a plugin for my Chrome browser, which it seems like it works for other browsers too, but that will allow me to copy annotations between YouTube videos. So instead of me personally having to put a invisible square in one place where you can click to go to a different series, I could just copy that information and put it on lots and lots of videos. And having a copy and paste functionality saves you in almost every scenario. Not having one is pretty bad. So I'm gonna get into notifications a little bit more, subscribe buttons, click here to see the next video, stuff like that. So hopefully that will drive more people to watch other videos, that will get my views up. My viewership is growing and growing and growing, but the sad truth of it is that you just can't go from 0 to 100,000 subscribers. Or at least I can't. Oh, I haven't figured out how to. And I really wish I could have, because that would definitely have changed some things around. Oh, this is terrible. How did this happen? I have no idea how this happened. I lost. I thought I was winning, and then all of a sudden I lost. Not paying attention, obviously. Not paying attention. So, while everything is growing, we are still not anywhere close to being a self-sufficient machine. I'm still not coming anywhere close to even getting $1 a month. I haven't even gotten $1 period in ad revenue. But you know what? It's been only a couple of months, and we've gone from 0 to almost $1. So if it follows that curve, maybe in a couple more months it's 0 to $10, and maybe in a couple more months it's 0 to $10 to $100, and then in a couple more months it's $1,000, and then you're starting to talk about real money. Then you're starting to talk about, if you get $1,000 a month, you can at least sorta start to think about maybe you can make a living on that. But I need subscribers more than I need ad revenue. I need fans. I need comments. I need feedback.
Victory or death!
All of those things I've said before, of course. So there's no reason to say them again. But I'm hoping with the Series 2 reboot, we can start helping. I can start doing a better job about helping people subscribe, helping people see my other videos, because a lot of it has been my fault. In fact, I just realized that the intro for Series 1 hasn't even been able to subscribe. I had text there that said subscribe, that didn't even work.
Job's done.
Apparently I left it there thinking I would come back to it, and I never came back to it. And so the whole button there, maybe people tried to click subscribe, it didn't work, and then they left. That's my fault. That's 100% my fault. Just screwing up. Also, I found on the intro 1 button is that when it's shown in the YouTube page, half the click here buttons are in the place where they actually cannot be clicked.
I don't have enough mana.
There's just no way whatsoever that they can be clicked, because if you put the mouse over the bottom part of the screen, you get the playlist, and if you put the mouse over the top part of this screen, you get a share button half the time. So no matter where I put the thing, so I've learned now I'm gonna put all of the buttons much more towards the middle of the screens. I have to take into consideration that this is playing on really small screens. Hopefully I've at this point gotten everything to have a custom thumbnail so that people can see my videos, can see what episode it is, and know that they're connected, instead of just having game footage, which very easily the situation can be that if you watch one of my Portal videos, YouTube will offer you a Portal video of somebody else, and if they both just have the default no custom thumbnails, well then you would have a close to hard time a very hard time figuring out, oh, this video isn't part of the series, this isn't the next episode, and all of that. I see that in my analytics. I see how a lot of the videos are just random, sporadic numbers, and it's people are not going to the next one. So hopefully with new thumbnails, I can fix that. There's, of course, a slight problem in having to have custom theme thumbnails because I've got to figure out how to get somebody to make them for me or make them myself, and I'm not artistic enough to make them myself.
Job done.
And as far as I would love, if anybody can help me with this, I cannot figure out a way to make an automated episode part. So you would have an overlaid section that says episode, and then it would say number 1, and then it would say number 2 and number 3. I cannot figure a way to really quickly have that number 1, number 2 just rendered out as a font, and then have what is actually hundreds and hundreds of versions of what is of a custom thumbnail. Also, you cannot save just a default custom thumbnail to multiple pictures in YouTube, which is fine because that would just kind of confuse the whole situation anyways. Having, just for Hearthstone, we're over 100 episodes, so for Hearthstone I make a custom picture, thumbnail picture, and then I have the overlay episode number 1. Then I would have to go right now and go file save, and then I have to change the custom 1 to 2, and then file save, and then 3, file save, 4, file save. See the problem here. Automating all of that, having that be done quickly is something I could do. I could get one of the macro programs I used to use, a macro-like program like I used to use in the old days, Windows 3.1, and that's an interesting story I'll tell later in a minute. But and then I could take the number 1, and then I could go into a calculator, just calculator, and then go +1, paste +1 equals copy, and then you would get number 2. So then what you would do is have the macro go back into the program, say Photoshop for example, and in Photoshop you paste it, file save, have the macro paste it, file save, and then it goes back to the calculator and makes a loop. So it pastes 2, and then +1 equals, and then you get 3. So it copies the 3, and then it goes back into the loop again.
Attack the minion with taunt.
So you see how with a macro I could do it, and often in macros these days you can't particularly speed it up too much, or you won't. Your computer will lock up and then it will get out of order and do all kinds of crazy stuff. But you can usually speed it up a little bit. And so there is a way to do that, but then I have to get the person who's doing the art to understand how to program in macros, and surprise, surprise, artists don't understand programming. It's just about the same level as programmers aren't very good at making art. So it'll be difficult to try and figure out if I can walk them through that process. But I'll certainly do that. So to get to the story, back in Windows 3.1, 3.11 or 3.1, I'm not sure which one in particular I'm talking about, but okay. There was it came with this program called Macro Maker. And what you did in Macro Maker was make macros like that. And one of the things I programmed, which I was rather proud of, was a macro to play solitaire. Which also came with Windows 3.11.
No problem.
Job's done.
So, what I programmed it to do is, obviously in a macro you really can't have very much logic, and with Macro Maker you really don't have any logic. And so, oh, have I lost? I think I may have lost. Oh, maybe I haven't. I don't know why he didn't decide to win right then and there. But, so what it did was it would press the space bar, which would pick up the card, and it would then go to the right on Klondike Solitaire. Oh, and this guy is playing weird. He's playing weird today.
Tadingo! Yeah. No problem.
Job's done.
So it would pick up the card, and then it would go to each pile and try and press the space bar and drop the card. And then it would go in to the next, go to the next one, and try and pick up the card, and then try it on all the others. So it would try and, just through pre-programmed actions, try and move all the cards towards the right, and they had to follow the rules of the game because the game itself was making it impossible for you to break the rules and put like a black card on a black card or a red card on a red card, or the numbers not being the correct numbers that are required in Klondike. And it worked, I would say, with no logic about a third of the time. The only problem it ran into, and why it only worked about a third of the time, is it would play a game to its end very fast. I could speed it up quite a lot, actually. But often it would play in such a way that you could not make any further moves. So it didn't have any logic as far as trying to play to win. It just tried to play to the inevitable conclusion at the end of its well, so this, I could play this, but I might hurt myself, and I might hurt this guy, so it's much more intelligent to play this. Win. We need those wins. That's game 2. So, now to game 3. But the other thing that was wrong with the macro, and I probably, if I'd thought it through more, could have gotten it to work, was that it would often get into these loops where it would pick up a card and put it to the pile of the left, then pick up that same card and put it to the pile of the right, then pick up that same card and put it to the left, and you get into these infinite circles, as it were, of just infinite loops of, oh, it's stuck, it can't get out. But it was pretty impressive. I did this in high school on my spare time. I did it in my drafting class. So we were using the drafting computers I was already done. I had free time, so I programmed that, and thoroughly amazed everybody who was around me, the teachers and the students. But I think I always kind of amazed the people around me.
Reporting
I
for
should have
duty.
been. As I get older, I've taken the thought that I should have been the dumbest kid at an advanced school more than being the advanced school at an advanced
Job's
kid
done.
at a average school. That I feel like I should have been in some kind of, I don't know why I want to use this analogy, but Charles Xavier Academy for the Gifted. X-Men school, and then I should have been the guy with the lamest of all the X-Men powers, because that's probably where I was at. But
Don't mess with
instead, a lot of people were impressed by not doing a lot. Some of it, maybe I was just ambitious about those things, and that intrigued people. Maybe it was that I was impressive.
Job's done.
I look forward to the next generation of kids and them impressing me. Like when I go and watch Master Chef Junior, those kids just look amazing. And I know it's just that they have edited them to look good. They've given them help off camera, and that also they are the best of the best that they could find out of the entire United States. But man, that is impressive. Those are that's something I wish I had done, is particularly cooking. Would have been cool, in my opinion. I didn't get into cooking until very late in my life, and I would have enjoyed doing it as I think I would have enjoyed doing it. There was so much I think I might have enjoyed as a kid, but maybe I wasn't. I was kind of a stick in the mud, as it were.
Castingo!
And I've done some other pretty incredible things with
Job
macros.
done.
Get back to macros. They are very useful if you can wrap your head around them, but they do require you to have the ability to wrap your head around everything. So it is a very complicated, very high level of thinking. You have to understand how Windows works, or your operating system works backwards and forwards. You have to realize where it's going to lock up if you push it too hard. If you're going to speed it up, you don't have to speed up a macro. You can have it just go the regular size and the regular speed, and it'll take forever, but you can have it run in the middle of the night.
Let me think.
But automation is great. The only thing automation is bad about is that it sometimes takes away people's jobs. At some businesses, at some time, there was somebody whose job it was to run printing presses and make 100 copies of a newspaper. And that has, through automation, been completely eliminated as a career, because somebody can just say print 1,000 copies of this and it will get done
Job's done.
automatically. So nobody has to sit there and push a button 1,000 times. Now, of course, jobs that are replaced by automation aren't very good jobs in the first place, but if everybody needs a job to live in your society, then everybody needs a job to live. And that often means you have to have stupid jobs that are not very fulfilling. The McDonald's job, how may I take your order type stuff.
Not on my watch.
Not very fulfilling, but it keeps people from starving to death, hopefully. Well, that didn't work as much as I had hoped. We'll put this guy up there. And we'll take this guy off. I guess that works. We're balanced at 17-17. I have 5 attack. He has 2 attack. So I have a slight advantage. He has 2 more cards. I don't know how many more cards. How do you value a card you can't see? Wow. Alright, so if I deal 1 damage to this guy, and then give him more attack,
Job's done.
and then put that guy up. That might work. I don't think it will, but it might. It was an interesting decision to make there, to get rid of a divine shield. Give a random minion divine shield and taunt. That's a pretty good card. The Cockhammer, pretty good card.
Follow the rules.
It's a random minion. Too, it's not even a mech. If I drew another one of these guys, I could kill him in a very unique, strange way. Let's do this though. Let's take
No
this guy.
problem.
Job's done.
I've got nobody on the field. This isn't looking that good. It's not looking that good.
Reporting for duty. Justice.
Job's done.
This is the end of me. This is the end of me. What is this, game 4 or game 3? I think this is game 3.
I wonder.
Should I stick to 5 games per episode in this situation? I think I should, just for consistency's sake. Just for consistency's sake, I think I should stick to 5 games. Changing the length of Hearthstone would be a hard decision now that we're over 100 episodes in. Maybe I should go back and do another tutorial.
I must move quickly.
To the game. Maybe I could do a better version. That would give me an excuse to make another episode. I'll think about that. Maybe squeeze it in as episode 101. No, I don't think I would do that, because that would just take views away from my original tutorial, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to take views away from your own videos. You don't want to take your videos down from YouTube and re-upload them, because then you lose all the views and you lose all the watch time, which means it would just be further and further at the bottom and the bottom just gets deeper and deeper as more and more videos are getting uploaded.
Troll!
For Doomhammer.
If
Victory
even
or
if my
death.
tutorial video is not that good right now and it's only gotten like 3 views, well, 3 views then is better than 3 views now. As silly as that may sound. We're gonna have some network connectivity problems? No, he's just choosing. Yep. Now, I will warn you, talking about macros, do not ever in your job, to get back to that, automate your job. I heard a story from somebody who was in IT, and they had automated everything they were doing. So they were doing, figuratively speaking, no work at all. And then, on top of automating it and doing no work, the boss, who knew they had automated everything and had been part of the process, instead of either keeping that under his hat or just not mentioning it, or even maybe praising his team for being good, which that wouldn't help either because it would have ended up the same way. He went to his boss, the boss went to the boss's boss, and said that they were working their butts off and that they all deserved a major raise. And they all got a raise for like a month, and then they all got laid off. Because I guess they decided it wasn't worth it to pay them, or because they found out this whole, that everything had been automated and they weren't doing any work. So, yeah, don't automate your job. Don't do anything to make your job any more efficient. Even though a lot of people's personalities are in that thought and would love to do that in your own life. Do that in your private, but your own business, where you are the boss and you'll never get fired. Fire yourself, or hopefully you would never fire yourself. Don't do that in a regular job, because you will end up causing somebody to lose their job, and it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not something that you could direct. You can't automate the job of your worst competitor and then have them get laid off. It won't work that way. You can't guarantee it will work that way. Very well might end up with you losing yours. And so just stay with the status quo, as annoying and inefficient as that may be. And a lot of people learn that. The people that haven't realized that get frustrated with the people that have realized that. So they'll be like, why do these people never do anything more than what's required? Why are these people just sitting around doing these horribly inefficient procedures? And a lot of times it's because the people are lazy, but a lot of times it's because people realize that makes sure that they keep their job, and it makes sure that everybody else keeps their job. So they're looking out for themselves and others, potentially.
Job's done.
Oh, what's going on here? Are we gonna win? I'd like to get this guy out. I'd like to get this guy out. I'd like to use this guy. I'd like to use this guy. Although this guy's not gonna help any with that strategy.
Join or die, or both.
So let's bring out this guy for 2 uses. Let's use this guy. Let's use let's see, this guy. Let's use this guy.
Job's done.
And let's enter our turn there. So all of these guys should die when I use my next attack.
For Nomriga.
Oh, and I can use this one against this one. Good. That'll work. Oh, he's even saving me the attack. Is he desperately trying to get rid of my guy? Well, guess what? That's not gonna work. He's desperately trying to save. Take out my berserker.
I feel icky.
But it's not gonna help him.
I am ready.
Oh great, he's summoning more guys. This is just lovely.
Back to work.
Alright, so that was an interesting choice. We get this. So much is happening. Yeah, so much.
My hand is too full.
Yep, his hand is too full. How many more cards does he have? 12? We can just keep forcing him to...
You shall not pass.
All these taunt creatures. All these taunt creatures. Well, I'll do this one.
Yeah. Job done. What to do?
What to do, what to do. I don't know, I don't see a path here where I can really win. Yet. Maybe I can. Maybe if I just exhaust the rest, his next 11 cards, and keep killing things. So this is definitely one I want. This is definitely one I want. Well, that's an interesting one to take out. Just go and take this guy out. Let's see. 50% to hit the wrong one. It hits the right one. Interesting. And then let's go ahead and take this guy out. down to 10. I have 17 cards. We can now do no damage. If we can just keep killing these guys. There's 15 cards between his hand and his deck. And
The gates are open.
in theory, there's no space, have that. In theory, if he just has 15 bad cards, we've gone through half his deck, sorta. There's 18 cards really here. If I can get away to get past this taunt guy. Let's see. Bring this guy out. Play this. Attack
Farewell.
this. Play this.
Job's done.
So he's got to attack with this, or he's just gonna have to end his turn. So now I'm at the advantage with 4 attack and 7 health versus his 1 attack and 7 health.
gun.
Well, do this. What? Oh, darn it. Didn't count right. Did not count. Should have brought this guy out. Come on, just quit, give up.
What to do?
7 cards left in his deck. So I think it was a mistake here from the attack with the 1/1 totem, because now he has a 50% chance when he plays that he will get the taunt totem versus what would have been a 100% chance to get the taunt totem.
For master!
Man. Job's done.
So we've got our Starlog ready. Down to 6 cards. I think we can win this. But let's see what he does. And just like I was saying, he summoned the 1/1 totem instead of the taunt totem, which would have helped him a little bit more. Ooh, that guy's gonna be trouble. summon this. And we can summon this.
Crush you, for master.
Well, we've lost either way, so we might as well see this out. With Wind Fury, he can certainly do, could have done 16 to the face, and despite our best efforts, getting him down to 5 cards,
Handle it.
it's not gonna matter. We tried hard. We didn't play well, but we tried hard. Oh yes. All these recording sessions could very easily become just the journey to getting 5 wins. We've gotten 1 win out of 5 games. Are we going to get another win on our 5th game? Who knows? This is why I usually curate for the lower quests, because it could be I spend all of today
You asked for it.
Victory or death.
working on winning, and it may take all the rest of today or longer. We may just get so many extra episodes. It's like we're doing a little mini series here, the journey to 3500. Well, I'll just call it the journey to Blackrock Mountain.
Job's done.
How about that? Starting today is the journey to Blackrock Mountain. That just
Job's done.
grinding for gold. Already I can kind of say, if you have an extra $20 burning in your pocket, it's probably easier and better just to buy the adventure than it is to grind out the necessary gold. I would be willing to say that. Let's see, do I want to hit the face? Let's just get rid of this guy.
Job's done.
But that is kind of true for Hearthstone in general. If you have $1,000 and just want to buy tons and tons of cards, it's probably be better to buy the cards and then play the game. It's just, it's not financially feasible for me and most people. Let's see.
Tadingo.
This sucks. Playing the mage the right way. I have to applaud that.
Special delivery!
Let's see. Let's keep this going. Take this guy. Face.
Job's done.
Keep this party rolling. Three mana secret. Could it be mirror image? Could it be? There we go. Let's see if it's if it's mirror image. Oh, that sucks. Mirror image. But he doesn't get the abilities that I do. So throw this guy out. And then hit the face again. And then hit the face again. Looking for a quick win. Probably my mistake. a lot of times is looking for quick wins. Pretty good domination there. Dominating me. Go on the defensive, the double defensive, triple defensive of 2 taunts and a divine shield. Let's get Fugan out here and use this on Fugan, use this on Fugan. Knock him up. This guy.
You to master, back to work.
This guy. This guy.
Job's done.
9-9. Pretty good. Of course, if he has a card that destroys a damaged character, but he doesn't, he just has transformed. It's just professional. Throw this guy out there. Throw this guy out there. And start.
No problem.
I've used all my cards, so he has a 5-card advantage in his hand over me, but I have 3 characters advantage over no characters. And then he is like 1 card behind me. So I think I'm in the better position at the moment, but say he plays a Flame Strike and does 4 damage, and then uses his skill to kill this guy. Well, then I have nothing. He has 4 cards left, and I have no cards.
Wonder.
But if he did have Flame Strike, then wouldn't be thinking about it that much. So this is probably mirror image again. He seems to have a propensity for playing multiple
very hard.
Nope.
Job's done.
It's Ice Berries. Whatever. Even better. So Fugan didn't die though, so if Stog's taken out, I'm not gonna get Thaddeus. Unless somehow, just somehow.
Mind if I roll need?
There's no way to damage this guy and use this card on him. So I'd say he's at an advantage now.
I dream and the world trembles.
I highly suspect that there will be cards working with your stuff when Black Rock Mountain comes out. I highly suspect.
It's time for a little blood.
Job's done.
Not doing well. Not doing too good today. Didn't think I would. But, yep. That's what's to be expected. I really raised the stakes by taking the hard.
The gates are open.
Just to get 20 more gold. Just to hope against all hopes that we can get to 3,500, which we probably would be. Actually, we calculated it out, and if I had just stuck with the 40, we would have gotten to 3,500. But, you know what? I don't want to be broke at the end of the adventure. I don't want every year there be a new adventure in Hearthstone and it drains all that gold. I want to be rolling in gold. Oh man. Emerald Drake. How many mana is it? 4 mana for a 7/6 dragon. Wow. It's a pretty good card.
I'm sorry.
Wish I had that card. Just keep on playing. And this is not like a legendary card or anything, it's just a regular card. And yet I don't think I've seen it. You have to figure out where it's from. He's got 2 of them. Oh, this is really gonna work. Just keep on playing, keep on playing. Keep on trying, never give up, never surrender. Even though just for time management, really, I should concede. But let's not. Let's let him win. Can he do 3 more? Alright, how does he have 3 Emerald Drakes? This is cheating. This makes no sense. You can't have 3. Oh, you know what she's getting them? He's getting them from Ursa. Oh, I see it now. So I rescind any accusations of cheating. Ursa has given her 3 Emerald Drake cards.
Job's done.
I'll do that.
Well, that's an interesting card, Spellbender. Haven't seen that one. It's over here. Spellbender, enemy casts a spell. Can't even see, it's all moving. Something to do is like 1/3. Well, that's 5 games, and that's the episode. Next episode, we'll work on Warlock and Shaman, try and get 5 games on there, and probably not get it done. So, that sucked. I wish we had won 2 or 3 times instead of just once. But that's the end of this episode. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my video. All that helps me out. If you want to support me through fan funding, click on my name, Rydo. That takes you to my main YouTube page. On the right is a blue button that says support this channel. Any amount you donate will be greatly appreciated. If you want to follow me on Steam or Google Plus or Battle.net or Twitter, all that information is down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.